Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. It is Monday. It is the last day of June, and believe it or not, we are going to the second half of the year. Whoop, whoop. And that means that we are now already start to think about Christmas presents. And therefore, welcome everyone to a new um, Monday session, a new Monday talk, so that we can enjoy the start of the week, have a little recap on what happened and what's going on, and how we actually started this week, so that we can see where this goes. Obviously, it is Monday, so there's not necessarily a rough topic there. So welcome everyone. D is in the house. African Sports with Bozede is in the house. Miri is in the house. Boitolemo is in the house. Sorry, Boitomelo is in the house. Jaden is in the house. Hello. Kanini Kanina is already in the house. Jeez, quite some people. Hello everyone. Very nice that you are here, and I really appreciate that. I know also your work day is over, and therefore I think that everyone is very happy to have Monday over, so that we can actually consider to already plan the next weekend, right? So very happy that you guys made it, and thank you very much for coming. Yeah, today is Monday, and got a couple news. Not too many, nothing too significant, but at least some one or two information back then. What's going on in my channel? The next couple days, this week, going to be very busy. I'll be on tour a little bit on Saturday because our very good friend Ifiani, I think you all know him from Goga's channel, or also from the video that he did that I did the shorts a while ago, like 3 weeks ago when I met him. He's a Nigerian guy living near Freising, which is very near to Munich actually, and literally. The point is that he is going to perform on an African festival in Landshut, which is roughly an hour ago from Munich. And I go to see him there, and also going to take videos from the performance of him and his drum group. So it's going to be very African, something very African coming up the next couple of days. By the way, if you hear some weird motoric sounds in the background, I hope that they are not too loud or too noisy, but I need a fan here because otherwise I'm drowning in my own sweat, and you guys don't want me to do that. So just making sure that you guys know. Hi, Mary. Good evening. Happy Monday to you, my dear. And but it is like over 30 degrees here. And what is the weather? Let me have a look. 31 degrees, and it's already 7 p.m. So it is very hot these days in Germany. So for everyone from Africa who wants to come to Germany for a vacation, make sure you do that, especially in this area of Germany, like in the south, between, let's say, end of May until end of, let's say, mid-September, because then it is warm, it is nice. The rain here is actually refreshing. It's cooling down everything pretty much. And therefore, yeah, very nice that you are all here. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your valued time that you are spending here. I don't take that for granted at all. And I'm therefore even more happy to see you all here so that we can spend some decent time together. So as for my channel, I know that a lot of people are taking care of it at the moment, which I double and triple appreciate. I don't take that for granted at all. And I can say that in the last 2-3 days, my figures are going up again. Honestly, I have to admit that last week, I wasn't too busy because of obvious reasons, because I was not too much in the moods after the rejection and after all that. But well, that was beginning of last week. But then I was pretty busy the rest of the week, as you have noticed, being here, premiering a new video, and well, not a new video, but a new track. And then also having that released just recently, the presidential flight, as you might remember. Hey, Eddie, good to see you, bro. Special ability, good evening, hello. And also giving you some music. So I'm producing mode, production mode at the moment as well. Anytime, anywhere, JD. Hello, my darling. Good evening. And therefore, looking forward to also release something new. We all have a very good friend in our community, and that very good friend is very good in chopping. And I think you all know who I'm talking about. So I'm working on a track for our beloved Anastasia to get that done. And JD, your River Girl sister, demanded me to do a track for her as well. So I got to create something with splashing water in the background. Let's see what I can do. So there's a lot of things coming. A lot of people now requesting tracks for them or dedicated to them. And so I'm working on that as well. And from the Diocese of Qatar. I didn't even know I have a diocese there. Hey, Bozade, my darling, good evening. Happy Monday to you. I hope that Saturday was good, and I hope that the kids behaved after they have posed so well on your video. Actually, Bozade, have you been back to your video from Saturday? Did you go to minute 43? I wonder who that boy was. He was like a little poser. For those who haven't watched it, I was fortunate enough. I was fortunate enough to visit Bozade's channel on Saturday while she was live, and she was live in her school. Well, she's not going to school anymore like a student. She's a teacher there, obviously. And all the kids running around there because they were doing exams. And the funny thing was, when Bozade was bringing a big staple of paper to some office with the exams that were written, some of the kids took advantage of that and were actually posing in front of the camera like wannabe hip-hop stars. And that was really fun. And I have to admit that I had a good laugh on that, and some other people in the chat of Bozade as well as Bozade, as we told her, hey, Bozade, those kids are posing on your phone while you're not there. They're trying to be rappers or something. And that was really fun. So Bozade, the Saturday video that you did, the live, exactly starting at minute 43, that little boy up the stairs there from behind you, when you were not there, he was doing his hip-hop thing. Hip-hop, dance, whatever, wannabe rapper from the gangster style and stuff like that. And I think either we will see him in the charts one day or behind bars to keep the gangster's paradise up, right? So watch that. Minute 43, Saturday's live session. Exactly starting at minute 43. So that you know who the one was that actually did that. Just, and that was really fun. And by the way, I was really impressed seeing, if I'm not totally wrong, Bozade, maybe you can write that in the chat. As far as I saw, they were all wearing school uniforms. Is that correct? Like similar pants and skirts and stuff. As far as I saw, it was a school uniform, right? I do remember in the UK, when I used to live in the UK and working for a company there, I had to wear a uniform in the office. And I was like, why would I wear a uniform in the office? I mean, the UK is the UK. We can gossip about that for hours. But the thing is that I did not have any customer contact face-to-face, but still we had to wear a uniform. Well, on one hand, it was okay because it saved my own clothes. On the other hand, I was like, Monday eggs? DIY, bro. Please tell me that my eggs are not only alive on Mondays. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the club. Happy Monday, everyone. And by the way, I don't know if you were aware, but there's just some new things on YouTube. And I have actually decided to start a little tutorial playlist created by myself. Very simple, very easy, maximum 5 to 10 minutes each video, where I explain a couple of things. So you might have noticed that the ability to click a name and then go to the channel has slightly changed. So you now have to go on the right-hand side of your channel. There's 3 dots where you can actually see where you could then have a chance to go to the channel. So most likely that will that's what Goga thought. That could actually be the goodbye from the Blue Jackets. Hey Marcus, good evening, happy Monday. So that could maybe be the end of the Blue Jackets, or at least its functions in regards of the channel connection. So I'll have to a little deeper look into it. Also, I will actually do, and this is a little news for my channel that's going to start. Actually, in fact, tonight I'm going to do a little video, first video online tonight of that. I will give YouTube tutorials because I think a lot of people are no worries, Marcus, no worries. We've all been there today. So hope that everything goes good there. So there's a lot of things coming up and down with YouTube, and a lot of people who are new might not have the overview yet of the functionalities in Studio or also on YouTube itself. So I thought I'm gonna give that a little try and put that as a little extra playlist starting today. The playlist is already there, but it's obviously empty because I didn't start it yet. So tonight after this live, I'm gonna do a little video, the first one in that methodology, and give people some advice, because recently I've came across some fellow YouTubers who are also working on their watch hours big time. And they had no idea about a couple of things. So I thought I will give it a try to put that on consideration so that people have a little easier start. All of you guys, of course, are very experienced, but I think it is also good to watch out what's going on. So that is a little news on my channel. Also, again, for those who just joined, I will be on the road on Saturday, so I'll not be having a live appearance most likely, unless very short. I'll be in Landshut, and I will be shooting a video there of our very good friend Ifiani, who is performing live there. It's in Landshut, not far from Munich. It's an African festival that goes for 3 days. And I will also shoot videos there from the stuff around, what's going on there, what do they have in stock to sell. Obviously, there's also African food. You can buy all these handbags and all these things, African arts and stuff like that for different occasions. So I'm very sure that I got to find something for myself, and I'm going to send a video on how I'm going to create a video on that and how I purchase it and stuff like that. And then you will see another one where I actually really unfolded what I bought, how it looks like, and so on and so on. So looking forward to that indeed. Besides that, another thing that I'm going to do every Saturday, instead of, well, except coming Saturday, but from next week on, every Saturday, I will do a live session, not with me DJing, but with me producing, so that you guys can have a look over the shoulder on how it looks, how things look like on my screen when I'm on FL Studio, when I'm trying to put the sounds together for a track. And although there are some out now, this is just the very beginning. I'm just playing around with sounds, trying to get some, creating some little samples to put them together, and hopefully you guys who have listened to my track so far like them. I may say that they are definitely not AI based. They're all created by my hands on the software, obviously, but I'm not using any AI for that. I just thought I'd point that out because I know that some people write some text in some website and call themselves producers. And yeah, just saying. So that one is definitely all handmade. In case, I hope that you have watched the tracks already or listened to the tracks already. There are 5 of them now, and I hope that so far you have enjoyed them. I appreciate everyone who already commented on them, and don't take that for granted at all. And Hillsong, actually, DIY, can you do me a favor? Can I ask you a favor? Can you, if you have a chance, because I'm gonna forget it until in 5 minutes. Remember, I'm old. Can you put that? Can you drop me a quick email, like on Gmail? It's all on my channel. Just in the subject line, just like Hillsong worship samples or stuff like that. Actually, I really appreciate that kind of input because I was really looking big time for stuff to create some gospel tracks, but it's really hard to find. And the most problematic thing is that I'm not singing. I don't have a singer around me. So the thing is that I really just have to be careful with copyrighted music. So I have to find out what I can actually do, um, what I can create, or if there's just some hallelujah things or something that I can use. The good thing is on Epidemic Sound, and I've referred to that back then already, like 2 weeks ago, I believe. They also have a lot of sound snippets that you can use for your own tracks, which you can then add to, song samples or whatever they are. You can actually add them onto your, on your music, and that is totally licensed. So that's all cool. Um, so I would play with legal things. So, but thank you for the tip, man. I really appreciate that you take your time telling me. And yeah, it is really good to have that kind of stuff. And guys, if you want to have a track dedicated to you, here's a little challenge. So since I cannot play your most favorite playlist at this moment due to obvious reasons, um, if you want that I create a track for you or dedicated to you, what you can do in my channel contact details, there's also my email address. And on the email address, you can tell me, well, obviously, you should write in the subject line your name and stuff like that. And then you should actually, Nasula, I come to you in a second. And then you can also tell me what you would like to hear. What is the story that you want to tell with that track? Track length would be around about between, let's say, 3.5 to 4, up to maximum 8 minutes. No vocals included, so it's entirely up to you. And if you want me to tell your story in the track, I need your story. So tell me your story. Write me an email on Gmail. It's all in my profile information. Write me an email. Tell me your story, and I'll try to create a track around that on what I read versus what I hear. There will be no discussions in between. So I get your story, you get the track dedicated to you. It will be electronic music, obviously, but on the other hand, if you want that I try to experiment with that, let me know. Let me know. What is, for instance, what is, for example, a certain sound that is a part of you? Describe that sound. So, for instance, if I consider Anastasia Blessed, it would be like her chopping the vegetables. What, for instance, would be a good sound for Nazula? Actually, for Nazula, I know. For Nazula, I know. It would be the sound of the barbecue when she converts tomatoes into meat. Or actually, meat into tomatoes on Good Friday. Nazula, my darling, happy belated birthday, first of all. I'm very sorry I couldn't be there on Saturday, but I was really busy. Other things. I had some issues to deal with here, and I really had to get that done relatively fast. And I only was back yesterday very late. And my apologies for not being there. I hope that you still enjoyed your party, and I hope that you still had a great time with all those who were there. I'm very sure the stream was packed. And again, my deep apologies. I'll make it good on you. No worries about that. Agatha is in the house. Hello, my darling. Good evening. Happy Monday. And very good to have you in the house again. Guys, I have to tell you something about Agatha. This is really, I'll keep that as neutral as I possibly can. I met Agatha a couple months ago randomly, I believe on Goga's channel it was. I think when he had his 5 years anniversary and when I did my priest outfit thing there and popped up there as the father the first time, somehow Agatha and I got connected also through Unfiltered Maria and all these people. And, every now and then, Agatha, she turns up in my YouTube, in my channel. She pops up in my Instagram just to ask how is everything going. No more. No asking for me to rate her. No asking me for me to do anything. Just asking how I am. And a while ago, um, obviously, as you all know, my first application for monetization has been denied due to um, obvious reasons. Hi, Monica. Good evening. Due to obvious reasons, cleaning up my channel, getting that done. One of the first one reaching out to me was Agatha and asking, "Hey, Ragos, what about your watch hour? How far have they decreased?" And I said, "Not as much as I thought, but yeah, got to hunt again." So without even me asking or without asking her to do whatever to help me with watch hours, she initiated a couple of things. I'm not going too deep into this because I know she's already blushing, but she has initiated a couple of things around that so that people are um, um, she has initiated a couple of things around that topic, not only for me, also for others. And I really have to say, these are one of the lights at the end of the tunnel that are relatively rare in this world that we live in. Just doing something for someone without asking, without to be asked, um, doing something for someone, just because she thinks it has to be done. Hey, Alice, good evening. Just thinking because it has to be done to support others. Not putting herself in the spotlight for that. Not making a big fuss out of it. Not announcing it anywhere on YouTube. Hey, I've done something. I've helped someone. Who. And I really have to say, and this is without any joke whatsoever, that those people to find not only on YouTube, but in society in general, when they see that something has to be done, they just do it, have this so-called hands-on methodology and mentality. I really have to say I was, and still am, super surprised about that because I didn't see that coming at all. And all of a sudden, for day 3 now, I believe it is, or day 2, things are going on behind the scenes. Again, I'm not revealing too much, but things are going on behind the scenes, and things are going towards a direction that I did not see coming after the monetization denial. And that's not only for me, that's also for others. And therefore, I would publicly like to use this opportunity to officially thank you, Agatha, for this initiative that you have created. Not only for me, also for others, but I really personally feel touched by this. And hey, Aid, good evening. I really personally feel touched by this. It gave me a moment of being speechless, which, as you all know, doesn't happen too often. Finding this, how do I say this? Finding one of these moments on YouTube, finding these moments on YouTube, especially after some experiences I talked about last week, Thursday, on my live, in case you want to review it, is indeed a big treasure. It's indeed a big treat for me. And I remember last week, Friday or Thursday, when Goga came up. Friday it was when Goga came up spontaneously to the open mic session. We talked about that briefly, about disappointments on YouTube. We talked about a couple of things that strive my mind. I have no problem in talking about that because I have nothing to hide. However, having that moment then with Agatha, just a day later, hey Ragus, let's do this and this. Again, without going too deep into it, then it gives hope, not only in YouTube but also in mankind. And 8 counts, I know I owe you a visit still, and I will. That's a promise for sure. I will definitely do so. And then I will also stay longer than 5 minutes. Don't worry about that. We get that sorted out. And if you want, actually, why don't you invite me for a panel to your channel, and we talk about Africa versus Europe or stuff, whatever you want to talk about, music and stuff like that. Let me know. Very happy to do so. Also, I can invite you to mine, and we can both stream at the same time if that is of interest to you. Let me know, bro. Mr. President is in the house. Oh, no, wait. Before I come to Mr. President. So, Agatha, I think me and quite some other people right now can be very, are very, very grateful for your initiative. If I had the chance, I would send you a Medal of Honor or something, or hang it on your neck by myself. Maybe next year when I visit Kenya, we will see. But on the other hand, I really have to say that it is indeed a milestone moment, a magic moment. It was a magic moment. Yeah, that is what describes it, right? It was a magic moment. It was a magic moment having this reach out from Agatha, which I did not expect at all. It came without any announcement whatsoever. It came without anything asked in return. So she didn't say, "Hey, Ragus, I did this, but I want this." This didn't happen. And I was like, "Wow, that is like okay. That is unique. That is new." She didn't ask anything in advance or anything in return, and she just thought I think what happened was, and Agatha, you correct me if I'm wrong. I think Agatha was in my Thursday session, or it's actually Friday night when I did this thing. Before I woke her up again 3 times to test if she still wakes up when she hears my name, when she hears her name. And I was talking about those things to Goga, a couple of things. You guys can review it if you want to. And I think that made her thinking, like, hey, since father has been disappointed a little bit by a couple of situations and maybe also a couple of people, what can we do to make him smile again? And that is the initiative that she did. And doing that for, sorry, I have to do this joke again, for the little minority of our community, me. Sorry for that. I had to do this one more time. No, but on a serious note, doing this for just so makes me feel like the value of friendship is actually understood by those people who do those things. I also do a lot of things in hiding that nobody even knows about. What I did on YouTube, but and I have no problem with that. I'm not talking about that. I just did a couple of things, let's say it that way, and I never asked anything in return either. But also, Agatha, you can be 100% sure that I will not take any advantage out of this. So I'll not ask you to do a 360 tomorrow. I'm just kidding around. But again, also, people who are here tonight, our very friend Goga, who gives all his lessons on Wednesdays for free, who also is ready for a battle, so to speak, in giving advice and not taking an excuse for an excuse, so to speak, but challenging people. Also, other people here in this house or in other houses who I visited. But this one from Agatha, this couple of days ago, that really touched me big time. And again, Agatha, I publicly would like to thank you for this. And I know I'm not monetized yet, but I know I hopefully can one day say, "May your pot never stay in abundance," or whatever this English word is. And African sports with Boside. Do you also want me to show you my toenails or something? Ah, 8 counts. Don't worry about that. Boside and I, we have quite some time. We have quite a way already. Let me tell you the story behind this. A lot of female channel hosts, when they do their live sessions, most of them have got their channel information written in their channel profile, right? But they all get the same questions all the time. So it is like Bosare always gets, where are you from? How old are you? Are you married? Da 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 da. All these things. And I believe, let me think, who else is here? I believe Agatha gets that too every now and then. And yeah, those the ladies. That's a big disadvantage for the ladies from the YouTube channels who have their own channels. That's what they get. They can have content like there's no tomorrow. They can have super ideas on videos. They can have super releases. They can have super topics on the thing. So I always joke around with Bozede, and that's the story why she's asking me where I'm from. So I once jokingly said to Bozede, and I think also to Cook with Sandy when she was on my panel. I think I said to her, like, Bozede, do you actually know what the most used spoken word on your channel is? It is the word Nigeria. Because that is almost from everyone who is new in the chat or who is coming to the chat, especially those without blue jackets. Where are you from? How old are you? Can you do a 360? Can you show your toenails? Can you show your boobs or whatever comes? And I don't know if I've been demoted from chief bouncer to normal bouncer, but I'm one of the people in her channel wearing the blue. And I have to admit, I haven't been there very much these days because I was very busy with a couple of things. But whenever I'm there, most likely I start hello and then kicking out a couple of weird people. Yeah, Nigeria, it counts. Nigeria, it is. Oh, wait a second. And by the way, in the end of the day, what I would also like to do is to obviously, wait a second, need some holy water. There you go. Obviously, in the name especially for Kanini Kanine, because she asked for some blessings. So Kanini Kanine, in the name of the unholy Father Ragus, the even unholier YouTube, what is it called again? Cardinal Ragus and the other Ragus, may you feel blessed with unholy spirits of Ragus. So Goga is in the building, and I would, of course, never forget to greet our very president, who has now officially got his airplane. For those who have not seen the release of the track, it's out now on my channel. The presidential flight, it's called. And obviously, if you look a little closer to the picture of the track, here's the thing. Obviously, the picture that I put on the seat, the purse that I put on the seat, looks relatively similar to the person who is on Goga's profile. Now, if you look on the picture of that track very closely, let me show you what I mean. Why am I actually not just sharing my screen so that you guys can see what I'm talking about? So where is Mr. Yoga? Since they changed this thing, Jesus. So let me show you something that you might find a little similarity there. Just to show you a little bit of what I'm thinking when I create those things. Now, if you look relatively close, I got to share my screen real quick. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen so that you actually know what I'm talking about, and that you don't think this guy is totally insane now. Well, that's what everyone thinks anyway, but let me see. Let's share screen. All right. This is actually, let me put this on stage 2. I have to put that. Okay. Now this is, can you actually see it? This is actually the screen of the channel of Goga, right? Of our very president Goga. And you see Goga 5 years on YouTube. Now, if you look on this picture, very closely here, there you see a little mug here on his desk. It's a bit blurry now because I made it bigger, but if you see it here, it actually says 2000. It says Goga. Now, going back to 100%. Now, if you look closely, and let me see, stop screen, share screen, all these screen share things. Now, if you look, where is it? No, I should have not done that. I should have done this one. So that it only accepts videos. Okay, no problem. Now, let me just put this on pause. Now, if you look on this screen, share screen, the presidential flight. Now, this is the one that the cover that I created and all that stuff. Now, if you look very closely, and better is you go to my channel, in the front window, obviously there's Goga sitting there with his sunglasses on, but also there's in the front window, you see on the bottom left of the front window, you see a little mug in there. So I even took the mug in his airplane in the pilot seat so that our beloved president is actually feeling comfortable. Like, comfortable to fly all the people safely. So, yeah, I always try to figure out on how to think about, yes, it is exactly the same. There you go. So it is, always try when I create those little things to make people feel comfortable, to make people feel a little bit like at home, so to speak. Same with Agatha and the Elephant thing. When I created that, it was obviously based on a so-called true story. And yeah, it is the same. It is a little bit smaller. You have to take the picture really much, but in the end of the day, when I sent Goga the preview of the picture by WhatsApp, the first question is, was that? Let me try to make Goga. Ragus, was that airplane not available in bubble? in purple. And I was like, was that airplane not available in purple? And I was like, Jesus. The song is not even uploaded and he's already complaining. President's dues, I guess. So what happened was that I told him, bro, I'm always telling people about your golden presidential airplane that you're flying with, living in the golden castle and all that things. And as I know that purple is your favorite color, whatever weirdness that is. Oh, why? I have to change my timer. Jeez. Forgot about that one. Sorry about that. So before the track was even revealed or released, I was even sending him the picture, and he was already complaining. Ragus, Ragus, is the airplane not available in purple? And I was like, bro, golden airplane for you with the golden toilet at home and the golden castle and all that thing. And yes, I know that you want to have the purple thing. I don't know how purple can be someone's favorite color anyway, but that's another story. I said, look, the stripe on the on the side and the writing actually is in purple. Guys, I tell you something. Working with doing something. Goga he's in the bushes anyway, taking receipts. But in the end of the day, I can tell you something, guys. Doing something for Goga is very sure that you can get a complaint in the first place. Brothers and sisters, be aware about the complaint from our president. Now we're good, don't worry. It is really hot in Germany. So, yeah, that was just a little backstory of that. And also when I did something for the captain, obviously, recently, as you might have seen, there was a boat, there was a captain, there was a name tags of those people in the bag, some of them at least. The tribe, obviously, it's was my very first track that I did like 2 weeks ago or something, or 2.5 even, where you saw the people dancing in the desert somewhere in the evening. And yeah. Hello, Anastasia. Good evening, my darling. Happy Monday to you. Very happy to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciating that. And so, yeah, now you know Simone is in the house. Hello, Simone TV. Good evening. Happy Monday. So, at the end of the day, now you all know what is going on in my thought. And also, if you look again at the picture, even the airport was named after Goga. It says the Diocese of Goga Town. So everything is cool. And without revealing too much, because you guys haven't heard anything, Anastasia, my darling, I've already talked about that to the audience before you came. So just for your information, so to speak, I did a little. I'm working on something that has this sounds. Guess who I'm going to dedicate that one to? And not sure about the track title yet, but it's got to be something to do with chopping. And yeah, so that's going to be one of my next things I'm going to do. And let's see what I can create around that. And also, JD's sister, River Girl, has requested this. Can you believe it? River Girl. Who I'm always blessing with my unholy spirits on her channel when I visit the village diocese. She came back to me in the comment like, where's my track? And I was like, River Girl, really? Jesus, it's just Monday. You want me to come? That's got to be you. That's got to be for you, Anastasia. So that is, I'm trying to create something around that sound. Going to be a bit challenging, but going to try my very best. However, It is again, it's just Monday, so the week is going to be full of things. So tomorrow I'll be not having I most likely will not have an online appearance unless I have a little premiere of my first YouTube tutorial videos. And as I have noticed, a couple of things are still unknown also for those who are online a little longer than I am, or more details with some other things. So I thought I'll do relatively short tutorial videos as well on YouTube, like, hey, if you do this, you can do this and stuff like that, so that you can actually see what is going on behind the scenes, what you got to do, and all these things. So that those who are coming new to our community have some also alternative views, other than always going to Goga or always going to Anastasia or sorry, Agatha and stuff like that. So there will be some tutorials coming, easy going, not long, one topic each, not 10 at the same time. So for those who want to have more insights, let's do. And yeah, the knife, I'm going to work on the knife. The knife is actually a bit tricky because I have something in mind, and we're going to see what we can do. And we're going to find a funny story for you, Anastasia. No worries about that. So yeah, my channel is going towards a totally different direction than I usually thought. As you might have noticed, did I do a DJ live set last week? I think one. Yeah, but I've also decided to not do any program live, not too big live program anymore, Tuesdays or Fridays. Most likely I'll do a live set now on Sunday afternoons rather than Saturdays, because everyone is busy with their own channel on Saturdays. So I got to do that on Sunday afternoon, maybe like a preview to Goga's channel. We will see what's going to happen, and doing some modifications around everything, creating some new stuff, getting those things done so that people actually know there's always a bit movement. That is not only for the watch hours, but also for not being too boring at the end, so that people are aware about a couple of things, about YouTube, about some tips and tricks, what to do, how to make things a little easier, how to create certain things to make it a bit more visible on in the search bars and all that stuff. So yeah, the direction actually would be the mixture of me and music, so to speak, in general speaking. But again, also I have a couple of things in plan. I have the MISC channel where I'm going to put a couple of things in, and so that people can actually decide on, do they want to go for the music part, do they want to go for the talk part, do they want to go for the tutorial part or anything like that, do they want to see more of Munich and all these funny things. So yeah, we're going to do that couple things, making it possible, and getting that sorted out as well, so that everyone is actually able to take a little bit of the Ragos that she or he would like to see. And yeah. So by the way, talking about visiting each other, I see that here. I know that Helen Akoya is very close and good friends with Anastasia Blessed. So especially to the Kenyan community, who of you guys actually know each other personally? I know we have here in the house Anastasia, Miri, Agatha is there, Kanini is there. Anyone else from Kenya who is here at the moment? So who of you guys know each other personally? I mean, I know that Miri is working with at least 3 other YouTubers together, and on every single day. So who guys? So Miri, Anastasia, Agatha, and Kanini. Have you guys ever met each other personally, like face to face, like the real thing, or is that like YouTube only, so to speak? I know Helen Akoya and Anastasia are very close, also in real life. And okay, you and Miri, yeah, true. Of course you do, because Miri sent me that video one day. True. Yeah. Of course. How could I forget that? All right. So not yet. Okay. All right. You never met. Okay. Guys, why? Are you far away from each other, or I thought you're all in the in the greater Nairobi area? Maybe you should do a reunion or something. I was actually thinking. So currently, I've reached out. So this is for the Kanini diocese. Sorry, for the Kenyan diocese. By the way, this is not whiskey. So I did not steal a glass from Rad's room. This is just iced tea. Well, it was iced tea. Ice is already gone. And I'm only sitting here like 15 minutes. Jeez. So, oh, geez, Nasula, thank you so much for doing that. But you didn't have to, you can always rewatch, what I mean? Um, but thank you so much indeed. I appreciate that. Holy moly. Um, Nasula, thank you from the deepest of my heart. So, where was I? Yeah, I'm actually planning to organize a visit to the Diocese of Kenya for next year. Have reached out to a couple clubs in Nairobi because I think if I'm there already and I'm trying to see when and for how long and so on and so on. Jeez, I'm really thirsty. I'm sorry. My apologies. So I'm trying to get a gig there somehow in a club for one night, so that at least the DJ also has an appearance there. And if that is possible, then obviously I make sure the guest list will be from all the people available on the diocese of the Father, so to speak. Mm, and then see if I can somehow get that sorted out. But I think that would be great. So I don't know how far Kisi is away from Nairobi, but yeah, I'll let you guys know if there's something valid coming up, and if there's something where I can confirm dates and all that stuff. I'll let you guys know, and then we'll do some some decent electronic sounds, and hopefully the Kenyans will not throw me away in the dumpster because I didn't like it. Yeah, that would be a bit weird. But again, there's no promise yet. I have to check on certain things, and I have to check timeline if there's any response. And if not, in the worst case, I bring my gun and bless the Diocese of Kenya to the fullest, and visit a couple of people, of course, and see that I can meet as much of you guys as possible. Oh, you're Matilda. All right. So, how was it? Did you guys shoot a video or something, or like did you guys shoot a video like to say hello and stuff like that, or of the reunion, or did you just meet and had a coffee? I would take the I would take the it's not nothing is confirmed yet, was it? I'm obviously, since I'm then going to Africa, always try to get my foot into Nigeria to at least one or two places, if that is any possible. I have to check with money, and flights cost quite some money, as I've discovered. I have to check on timeline, vacation. Do I get a gig in a club in Kenya? If yes, could I maybe also get a gig somewhere in Lagos or something? Doing that kind of stuff. Um, Not being the paid artist, I would even do that for free because it would be fun. But you know, getting those things sorted out, and having maybe a chance to play a little bit, like a couple hours in a club after a long time, especially in a country there where I never played. So obviously trying to combine one with the other, meeting as many people as I possibly can. Bosede, again, don't be jealous. It is nothing has been confirmed yet. I'm just checking on a couple of things, also on roundabout flights and multi flights and all that stuff. But again, that all costs money that I have to earn first. So obviously, it would be a dream. And Bosede, I believe you know that it would be a dream going back to Nigeria one more time in my life before I pass one day, to see all those places again. There is a lot of places of memories for me, especially in the south. But yeah, I understand. I understand. People will not let me leave. I know. I'll be handcuffed. But no, on a serious note, hey, Left Reality, good evening. Well, I think obviously, I would love to see places of my childhood again in Nigeria. And it is a lot that I have to remember. But I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm not sure what travel is going to be possible, what not. Most likely, getting into Nigeria will be a little bit easier from Kenya. I'll have to see. I'll have to see how that works. So again, there's nothing fixed yet. And otherwise, Bozede, start saving and go to Kenya then for a week or something. And we're all going to party there together. I know a couple of people will come or would come. Other people are already asking me when am I planning to go exactly. So they want to book flights too, not telling their names. But what I'm definitely going to do, if I get a club gig there, I will definitely wear my gown. And that will be the gospel house session of a lifetime for those people over there in whatever club we're going to play, if it's going to be possible. So, well, Nazura, if you apply for visa, the easiest thing is if you know someone in Germany who would actually sign the paper that for any financial whatever things, they come up in the worst case. So you need kind of a formal invitation from someone who is based in Germany, or you have a return ticket, you have enough money on your credit card, you have a hotel room, and you can actually kind of confirm that you definitely go back afterwards. I know it's a bit tricky with Germany, I know that, but the easiest way is if you are from Kenya, Nigeria, or something like that, it is possible to get a visitor's visa. But the ideal word would be that you have someone who would actually sign for you that, yes, if something happens, then that person will actually stand up for you in regards of that visa thing. So just making sure that you guys know there are always opportunities, there's always options to do that. If you're considering seriously to go to Germany for a visit, let me know, and what time, etc., where you want to go, what you want to do, and I can see if I can help you with the paperwork. It would not be the first time I do that. So just let you guys know. And I've been giving many advices on that, but on the website of the German embassy, there's actually a lot of information given already. So in the case that maybe you want to go there on the website of the German embassy before going to the German embassy, because I know sometimes they're behaving a little bit tricky when it comes to, hey, I want to visit Germany. There's quite some paperwork required. There's a passport required. So the ID card is definitely not enough. Passport has to be valid for at least 6 months after your visit in Germany. So make very sure that you get that done. And in the end of the day, if you have any questions on that, let me know. In case you want to visit and you want to, well, maybe you should start singing in the street, Nasura. Or if you get a super chat or something, put that all aside so that you have a decent amount. So the thing is that if you travel to Germany from any non-European Union country, that also applies for the US and Canada, you have to have enough money with you so that you can cover all your costs: hotel, food, travel. What if you have to see the doctor to get some medicine or something like that? That has to be covered. And Germany is not a cheap country, matter of fact. So if you have a friend over here who lives here, who resides here, and if that friend would be willing to sign that form for you, like, hey, Nazura is coming to Germany, she's staying with me, and I got to sign for her that whatever cost she has, if there's anything unexpected coming up, I'll take it over and stuff like that. You got that, you can come, no problem. The visa cost, as far as I understand, like between 25 and 30 euro or something, but you need to have that first. Once you have the visa, you can travel. So, not 100% sure about the procedure. So, maybe again, you're going to call the German embassy in Kenya or also in Nigeria or wherever you guys will travel from. And then you can actually have a look around on how those things go. And yeah. So, yes, I know. But the thing is, if you go, so here's the thing, Agatha, don't forget, the German embassy is not the Kenyan embassy. So if you, the only thing that you definitely need is a valid passport of Kenya, obviously, but you need a valid passport to apply for a visa in the first place. However, the people at the embassy, they are not corrupt at all because they're all paid by the German federal, by the German government. So they're all federal agents of the government of Germany. If they would be caught for corruption whatsoever, not only would they lose their job, they would most likely also get a trial here in Germany and either pay a huge fine or even go to jail. Because working for the embassy is like, at least from the German perspective, is like having working directly for the state in the state. Because as soon as you touch the ground of the German embassy, you are literally in Germany, right? So Kenya is in front of the door, but once you're inside the German embassy, you're literally in Germany. Because in the German embassy or in any other embassy of the world, from the moment on that you enter that embassy, the rules of that country apply. That is why there are certain things that you have to. No, Nasuda, you don't. No, for a tourist, you just speak English. That's enough. No worries about that. But literally, if you go into any embassy of this world from another country, no other word. Let me tell you different. Let's say you travel to somewhere, right? Any country of this world, Germany. Nasuda wants to travel to Germany. Let her travel to Germany. Anything that happens in Berlin, there's the embassy, and in some other big towns, there's also the consulates of Kenya. So if there's any problem, Nazuda could call them or go there and say, hey, guys, I have a problem. I need your help, whatever it is. Can be minor things, can be big things, but that is what embassies are actually there for, or consulates, right? So literally, if I go to the Kenyan embassy in Berlin, our capital of Germany, to ask for whatever thing, work visa, long-term stay visa, or whatever thing, as soon as I enter the building, not the building, but as soon as I enter the embassy of the Kenya, as I enter the Kenyan embassy, Kenyan laws actually apply. They cannot necessarily arrest me for that. They call the German police, but they can approve or deny my request that I have and stuff like that. Same in Germany. So literally, you would not be arrested by the German police, obviously, because they would call the Kenyan police. But if it comes to any visa issue, if it comes to anything like that, from the moment on that you are on the German, touching the German embassy, you're literally already on German ground, so to speak. So then obviously visa rules apply. If you apply for a tourist visa, you do not have to learn German. But if you want to stay in Germany, living in Germany, obviously then you cannot apply for a tourist visa. You have to apply for something else, or you have to marry someone or whatever. But if you get into the situation that you want to stay here and that you apply for that kind of visa, there are certain rules that you actually have to follow. So let's pretend you have this visa already for the work permit and all that stuff. You get that visa or the permission for 1 year. 1 year maximum. In that 1 year, you have to go to an integration course, how we call it. That means you have to integrate yourself in society that does not only apply to language, but also you have to learn some historical stuff and all that things. And they expect you to have at least B1 niveau of German once that year is over. And then they encourage you to go on with C1, C2, so that you actually are able to find a job or do a job, be part of the society, not relying on social welfare and all that things. Learn from the past, so to speak, because in the past it was very often, and that does not only apply to African people. It happened very often that people from other countries came to countries like Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Netherlands, and all that stuff, obviously to have a better life, but also not necessarily wanting to go to work, but living from social welfare. And that is not what the plan of the governments are. So it would be an obligation for you to find a job. It would be definitely an obligation for you to learn German in case you want to live here. But as you come as a tourist, you just speak English. Surprisingly, the majority of Germans do that too. No, yes, you have to have a smile on your face. No, for US citizens, obviously you have your maximum, I believe, 90 days that you can stay in a row, beginning with day one of arrival, including leaving at the last day. Now, but in Germany, for the people of the US, you don't have to apply for the visa in the first place. Also not for Canada, unless you want to stay longer than the 90 days, or unless you want to work and stuff like that. That obviously you can also do with an official permission. But the thing is that you have to have a valid passport. Obviously, if they ask you, you have to be able to prove that you got somewhere to stay, that you got enough money for you. Obviously, you need the money anyway, with or without the official thing of the for the Jesus for the tourist thing. So you need to be very sure that your costs are all covered. But other than that, no, not as far as I'm aware. Oktoberfest is a good example there. We have people from the US, from Canada, from the UK, who all pretend that they can drink beer. And then I tell them, guys, this is the first time ever you drink real beer, not this light stuff that you got over there. So, in the end of the day, it is how it is. And therefore, make very sure, live reality, if you ever come to Germany and if you want to come to Munich to Oktoberfest time, make sure, especially your husband, is going to a training camp for German beer first. Otherwise, one beer and he's gone. Trust me. We are talking about the 1 liter things, and they got 6 to 8% alcohol on Oktoberfest. So just that you know. And it's not this yellow water thing that they got over there. So we're talking about real beer. So I'm online now over an hour. Guys, you know the procedure. 1 hour over. Time for a well-deserved cigarette. So, yeah, it is. Well, I'm sorry, Simone, but I've been to the States for 3 times in my life already, and I've tried what they call beer. And I was like, guys, please, give me a Coke. Oh, actually, live reality. You have received some super chats of me in the past. And if you remember the text that I wrote in there, right? For some tap water for your husband? Now you know what I'm talking about. Hi, Goga. Welcome back. I've already referred on your presidential airline with a purple stripe on it. So let me give you a little joke, not a little joke, a funny situation. So Live Reality, who is here in the chat, so Live Reality USA vlog, is a really great person, and I always try to visit her here and there, and sometimes I send a super chat because she sends a lot of supporters to my channel. We're going to talk about that somewhere separately, but she always tries to support other channels, put them up on her screen. She's investing a lot of time for that. So I always, when I'm there, I put a little super chat and stuff. However, The funny thing is that she is always, she always is happy when she receives a super chat. Everyone is, obviously. So for every one of you guys who have received a super chat in the past, you know that I never just send a super chat. I always try to put a little note, like some funny side note, some whatever, a little poem or something about the situation or stuff like that. And one day, her husband came back from grocery shopping while she was doing a computer thing. And by the way, Live Reality USA vlog are called the Queen of Screens. You have to go to her channel if you haven't done so and watch her when she's live. You can barely see her, but you see like 5 million screens all over the room, placed on her desk and beside, and her computer and another laptop and 500 mobile phones. It looks like she's actually the only person who really is the CIA. No, she has like 10,000 channels on at the same time, helping with watch hours and doing all that things. So when I send a super chat, to her in the past, I always put a little note, as I always do. And on one time, her husband came home from grocery shopping, and I believe he also bought a 6-pack of beer or something. I'm not 100% sure. He came back, good mood. She was in good moods. Husband was back. Everything fine. I think it was a Friday afternoon their time. Now, so I sent her a super chat, and I was like, "Hey, this is for you. Thank you for what you do and stuff. No more beer for your husband. Buy him tap water instead." And since then, whenever she got a super chat, I always write to her like, "Hey, this is for you, and remember, just the tap water for your husband. No more beer." These are the little, that is when you can also prove to the other person who you're writing something to, so that you're actually listening to what's going on there. And the interesting thing is that sometimes you just listen in. There's something going on. Okay, what's that? For instance, with Agatha with the elephant, and Kanini Kanini came up with this Kisi Blessings Diocese thing. Who else do we have? Inner Beauty is in the Inner Beauty. Hello, good evening. Almost forgot to greet you. Ooh. And Bozade with all this Nigeria thing. Most used word Nigeria. Sometimes I craze her up with whatever thing. These are the things that you do. Because obviously it's easy to send a super chat, but writing a little note in it that is maybe compared to a situation that happened just before, that person then knows, not only does he send my colors on my screen, but also he's actually listening. What's going on here and stuff like that. So, yeah, I say hello to hubby. That was really funny. Hey, Just Jem, good evening. Don't call me sir, please. Please don't make me older than I already am. Just call me Ragos or whatever. But not sir. Goga is our sir. Goga is our president. You got to call him sir. So, Bev Atlee is in the house. Good evening. Hello, my darling. Happy Monday. Oh, I don't want to be an inspiration. Seriously, I'm not even wearing my gown. I'm just I wear church music thing. That's all. And yeah, so guys, for those who have noticed, all those funny gospel house mixes are gone due to obvious reasons. My first application for monetization has been declined. My appeal, in which I put 5 hours pre-work into, has also been declined. So I've deleted everything. I mean, really everything copyright related whatsoever. But I was at least blessed that not all my watch hours were gone. I thought it would be really worst. So coming back on that, and people asked me to do an update tonight, which I do. So I went down from 3,300 something hours down to 2,274. That was end of last week. So all because I cleaned up to like a week and a half ago. So all these hours went down. But I am already back at 2,400 and something. So working hard to get back to the 3K, because in theory, I can reapply exactly in 2 weeks on July the 14th. So if you guys want to send some people to my videos that are actually online already, that would be awesome. The due time of my videos have been decreased. I know people have been complaining, Ragus, your videos are too long. I think the longest video at the moment is like 1 hour 20 minutes, and the shortest one is shorts, obviously. And also I do loops now again, and I've created my own ones now. So all these little things tonight, you will actually see my dog appearing on your guys' screen. So working to get that done as well. But also, again, as a little add-on to what our beloved Mr. President is doing, I give some tutorial videos on YouTube, how to do a couple of things, how to use some tricks, tips, and stuff like that. Maximum 5 to 10 minutes, so that people can actually learn also the easy things, especially when they're at the beginning of their story, of their way, to go through the burdens that are coming along the way. And if people are able to having a listen in, then it would be, of course, great to, if that is also helpful for them. And also it's helpful for the watch hours on one hand, but that would be the wrong purpose on that. So I'll play around a little bit and upload something and then see how I can improve that. Other than that, you guys might have noticed, for those who have not been here on a regular basis, there are now on my channel, let me have a look very quick. So I have 1, 2, 3, there are 5 tracks out now on my name, The World of Ragus. The first one has been released 2 weeks ago, the other one a week and a half, also 2 weeks ago, the other a week and a half. The other one last week, Thursday, and also this weekend, past weekend, was number 5. So Agatha has been played around with, so to speak, with sounds. Captain Kirk has been played around with sounds. And just recently, we had our very beloved president starting and landing in his golden airplane. Let's see who's next. I'm working on a couple of things at the same time, because as we all know, time is limited. So getting the most out of this as good as I possibly can. So just that you're aware, if there's a new video coming or a new track coming, you will be seeing what's going to happen. On Wednesday, actually, I got to play relatively funky house session in the evening, and this Sunday in the afternoon, like 3 p.m. Kenya, 2 p.m. Germany, 1 p.m. Nigeria, no, 1 p.m. Nigeria, and 12 p.m. Ghana, I play the next tech house session. It will be like a Sunday afternoon stuff. And all right, live, you have a good day at work. Oh, I forgot that it is like just afternoon over there. Yeah, we are blessed enough that our work day is over. So you enjoy your work, hopefully. Favorite is in the house. Good evening. Lloyd Pensy is in the house. Oh, no, quite some people tonight, and appreciating that. So for those who have missed the dance sessions these days, that is not because I don't want to, but obviously I have to reorganize my music tracks that I'm playing. And I can say everything that I'm playing now on my channel is entirely licensed to be used for my channel for YouTube purposes. And I can proudly say everything that is on my channel now, since quite some now. So there's nothing that has nothing been with the copyright anymore at all, because I played totally licensed music that I'm actually officially allowed to use for this. And for those who are into music and for those who actually do produce themselves or stuff like that, or if you need proper music for your background music and stuff like that, there's a website called Epidemic. Wait a second, let me get this. Epidemicsound.com. All right, I'll show you how this looks like, so that you guys have an idea on what this actually does and how and why and things present. Share screen, Epidemic Sound. Okay, this is in German, but no, nevertheless, no worries about it. So what it does, so this is the website. Let me try to get this a little bigger. So if you have a okay, well, what time is the premiere and how many minutes? Agatha, you guys let me know. So I give you a little example what it does. So let's literally, show you my account so that you guys can actually see. So this is my account on there. So I'm not going to show any detail, but as you see, I have a paid license for 1 year, right? So I paid like 132 euro. Started 21st of June. I was able to use it in a time before. So this is a paid version until 21st of June 2026. Price for 1 year is 131.88, so 132 euro. However, I have an unlimited amount of downloads, music, and sound effects. I'm licensed for social media, podcasts, and web. There's one channel per platform that I can actually monetize. This is super important just for you guys to understand. Here's how it works. So I paid for it, obviously. Now, if you look, there's music, and I can look for techno. That's the genre. So it comes techno. There's a lot of stuff already in there. As you see, the list is long. The list is long. There's a list is long. You can even show more, and so on and so on. Now, the good thing is all this music I can actually download and use for YouTube. Now, this is how it works. Again, going to my account. Now, you see, I've paid. Everything is cool. Now, here is a button that you see is called Save List. Now, this is where it becomes interesting, because Save List means you have to tell them your channel. 6 minutes to go. Jesus. Can you make it half an hour later? Then I'm gonna rate the entire people to your channel. Then I can stop, and we're gonna go to your premiere at exactly, what is it then? 10 o'clock in Kenya, I believe. And then I'm gonna rate all the people. No problem. Think about it. You got 6 minutes. So what happens is, I'm gonna keep an eye on this, so don't worry. So what happens is, so you see here is a couple of things. Profile is not interesting. Save list is the thing to be. So as you all know, I have a YouTube channel. Surprisingly, you are here. So what's happening is, if you're on save list, this is all in German, but don't worry. I can use one channel per platform. So my YouTube channel, The World of Ragers, is actually save listed on Epidemic Music. What does it actually mean? That means I can use their music to do DJ sets. I can do whatever thing. And I'm entirely free of any copyright issue whatsoever. Now, obviously, they don't have all the posh stuff that I usually play there, but they have quite some stuff. And for one payment a year, you can use that music on TikTok, you can use that music on Facebook, Twitch, whatever website, Instagram, and so on and so on. Now, here's the thing. Let me show you how this looks like. So when I go to my save list, so you see quite a couple of lists here already. Oh, this was the airplane sound that I got from it. There's also sound effects, exactly. So there's a lot of sound effects. Let's see. Cutting. Whoops. There you see vegetable, fruit, Chinese, cabbage cutting. There you go. Anastasia, this is going to be your moment. you know, these kind of things that you can play. There's a lot of ranges that you can have to go through, and all these sound effects I can actually use for my tracks. There's voices. Obviously, I think I have to. I think I'm not even sure if I have to pay for this, but you know you can use this several voices and stuff like that. They're not ready for text to speech yet, but so this is all included. And the good thing is, it is all entirely licensed. So here's the thing. Let me show you something on my channel real quick so that you understand what I'm meaning, what I'm talking about. Let me just remove, and let me just did it stop screen, share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen. Yeah, here you go. Now, as you see, this is my channel. I'm going to make it bigger again so that you can see it better. Going to videos. So obviously, these are the tracks that I've created by myself, right? These are the tracks that I've created by myself. This was my not successful appeal video. These are little shorts and all that stuff. Now, going to the live streams. Now, as you see, these are all loops. Here. Techno alert. The techno stuff from last week that I played. 1 hour, 6 minutes. This was live. Now, the thing is, that is what I use tracks for from Epidemic Sound. So this is from Epidemic Sound. And the interesting thing is, as you see, let me go a bit more. So are there any burdens or anything? Nothing. Has there been anything with any kind of problems with copyright? Nope, nothing at all. So no warning anymore whatsoever. And I can say, after all the cleanup that I did a week and a half ago, it is actually a relief to see that everything is totally clean. Obviously, during my talking session, I don't play any music anymore during the talking sessions, but everything here, you know, the videos and all that stuff that I did and all that things, those mix videos, the house tracks, the same, right? Was just recently, a couple of days ago. So everything is cleaned up, and that is all due to the fact that, first of all, my own tracks are my own tracks, so copyright is with me anyway, and I named that in the thing. Now, if you look into that's what is super important, why I do it the way I do it. Now, let me just open this one as a little thing. Oh no, this is a different story. Wait a second. Where is the live stream with the techno? There. So what I did, I'll just make this a little bigger so that you guys can read it. So obviously, I put a nice text in there, SEO ready and all that stuff. Important thing, music licensed through epidemicsound.com. All tracks used in this session are cleared and covered by a valid creator license linked to this YouTube channel. The stuff that I showed you before. So what is the lot? The €130? Or what do you mean? So that is what I put in there. Now, here's the thing. They also have songs there of other genres, right? So, for instance, if you decide to use any music from them, and this is not a commercial presentation for Epidemic Sound, just saying, but I'm just trying to explain you a little bit what I'm doing. So here's the thing. The advantage for me as a DJ is that I can vary between other people's music when I play live, right? Versus my own music when I upload it, versus whatever choice I have, or if I need music for underground music or background music for any video that I'm uploading. So the variations are there, and that actually is a very good thing to happen, so that you guys have the opportunity to also have that done in a proper way, so that people are, that people hear some music, but that I have no problems anymore with any licensing or any copyright problem, because by paying the license for 1 year, that gives me the freedom to use anything and everything they have. And if you listen to the track of, the presidential flight that I released just 2 days ago for, with the Goga airline and everything, the airplane sound, and I think Anastasia asked in the comments, how did I do that? So the airplane sound actually comes from Epidemic Sounds. So there's not only music, there's also sound effects like there's no tomorrow, which is really cool actually, because then you have the variation also. If I want to do a track of chopping, chopping with Anastasia or something like that, then actually I can have that done in the same place as well. On the other hand, it is indeed a big advantage for anyone who is DJing or even producing for the sound effect sake, and also for some music snippets and for some loops that they have. If you want to use that, that is really cool, because you can implement that into your own music, on videos and whatever, without having any problem whatsoever. Now, also what I've discovered is, and I always read the so-called small written things. Now, here's the thing. If I one day decide to not extend the license, that is not a problem at all, because all the music that I've done until then with, mixes with their stuff will still keep fully licensed for me, because that was from the time that I paid for the license. So obviously there will be no disadvantage for me on the tracks that I'm actually doing it now. I think Simona just explained that. So let's say I upload 100 mixes now with their music, and if I don't renew the subscription, that means all the music that I play from them until the subscription ends is all cool and all safe. Obviously, when the subscription ends and I'm not renewing it, I can obviously not use their music any longer, because then it is not licensed anymore. Then I have to renew the license, then there is no problem. But that is a matter of fact that I obviously have to take care of, right? Because in the end of the day, the point is, I've learned my lesson. People told me, bro, you should maybe clean up your channel, which I didn't. I gave it a risk, and obviously I didn't really get it. Nevertheless, lesson learned, but also it made me thinking, okay, how can I possibly get some kind of music for my channel that I can use for my DJing? And obviously the amount of music is not that big as it used to be from, let's say, other sources where I got the music from in the past. Nevertheless, at the end of the day, the point is, there is a chance to do that legally, which I did. So but the most important thing for me is there's no copyright issue anymore at all. Also, the good thing is that now as I'm producing my own tracks, well, at least starting, there will also not be there will also be no copyright issue anymore at all. Even though if I should decide one day to start licensing my music, for Spotify and stuff like that, I'm still entitled to play that music. Just have to put my license number and that I'm the license owner and stuff like that. Or just saying that, hey, I'm licensed, fully licensed and stuff like that, so YouTube can see it. And now, obviously, YouTube does have his own algorithms, and they also use AI to read screen and stuff like that, and find out. And obviously, otherwise, how else would they find out if there's a copyright issue within a split second when you do an upload? So therefore, hey, SFX, good evening, bro. So therefore, if you are not 100% sure about the music, make sure that you are working with music that is either unlicensed, means that obviously there is a certain right of the person who is creating it, like I am, Like I have those copyrights, obviously, of every track that I'm creating because I'm the creator. Nevertheless, the point is that you really have to be careful on those things. And I know that people have been banned because of that or did not get the monetization done, like in my case, right? However, the important thing is that I would appreciate if think about it twice or ask someone, hey, listen up. I have a video coming up sometimes within a week and a half. If you want, come to me, tell me what the video is about, and I can try to create some sound snippets for in between. If I have the time, so no promise given. If I have the time, I'd be happy to do that so that you have some seconds of music from one take to the other and stuff like that. So that you know, all right, there's a chance, stuff like that. If you guys want that, let me know. If you want me to create a little intro melody of 30 seconds for a video, like I don't know, something that gives you a little uniqueness or something like that, I can try that. You need to tell me what you want to do, like a TV intro from a soap opera in the past or something like that. So if you want something like that, in case I'm able to do it, in case I have the time to do it, the only thing that is necessary if you play, let's say if you do a video and if you do an intro, like if you want to have an intro, like some pictures of you and stuff like that, and maybe some lines, some like 30-second music line into it, a bit mellow, a bit dancey, whatever. The only thing that I'm asking for as a creator of that is that you that you credit me in your video description in the first place. Well, I don't know, intro music by the World of Ragus, for instance, right? That is also what I write in every single track that I'm actually publishing now, that I'm creating by myself. It is okay if you use it for non-commercial reasons. So if Kanini wants to do workout with her videos, come on, so be it, no problem. But you're doing that. That means in your video description, it has to be said, it has to be credited. So it is an obligation for those who use that to write title, for instance, the presidential flight by the World of Ragus, for instance, for the intro or whatever thing it is. And Lily, live reality. If you want a dancing intro, no problem. Just give me a rough idea what you want. I'll try to limit it to 30 seconds, and then you can use that for every video that you do or for every live session that you do. Just again, if you use it on your channel, or if I create that for your channel, obviously I'll put it on my channel as well, like intro music or something. Then obviously the expectation is, and there's no how do I say, there's no exception on that. Obviously that it is written then intro music by the World of Ragus, or intro music title live reality intro or something, whatever, by the World of Ragus. That is a must, because that is then also crediting correctly, and then everything is cool. So yeah, no worries. Hello Mora, bon appetit. So just that you know how that works. So if you guys play the music on your channel, and that is, I know there's always this, I would like to play the music of that person, but it's copyrighted. I don't want to risk it. That's fine. Until further notice, those tracks that are coming now, I see them as, let's say, training kind of. And if that is the case, then that I will not make them monetize licensed, if that makes sense. But so you can use them without any copyright issue. But obviously, from a certain point on, when I'm more secure with the software, when I have a rough idea what I want to create, then I'm trying to create an album to then be broadcasted by Spotify. And that obviously means it is an obligation for me to actually license that music with a record company or something like that. And therefore, that obviously would be great if then obviously I would write that down in the text of the relevant track as well, so that you guys know, okay, you cannot use that on your channel without maybe having a little copyright issue. Jesus. So just that you're aware, that day will come, but that will not affect those tracks that are online now. So that will not be included in that monetization thing. So in case if, just let you guys know. And if I do live mixes these days, unless I'm having a deal with a record company, which didn't happen yet, I've reached out to quite some, then you guys know that if I start doing that, then obviously that music will automatically be licensed because it is already licensed by the record companies. And I would just have the permission to play that without getting any strike or whatever. So I'm negotiating with two little labels at the moment, little independent labels, but obviously they also need to earn money. So most likely those tracks when I play them, or those mixes, if I do them from their label music, will most likely not get monetized unless there is an agreement or something that we find. And I'll be very careful on that with that, so that everything is in writing and that I can send it to YouTube at any time and tell them, hey guys, listen up, look at this here, see, in writing, receipts. There is the stuff for the record company. So at the end of the day, that is very important that everything is in writing. So lesson learned. So guys, if you are not monetized yet, my strong recommendation is, and I know we have people here who are not monetized due to certain reasons, my strong recommendation is make very sure that before you apply for monetization, make very, very sure, again, lesson learned by myself, make very sure that Lorna is in the house. Hello, my darling. Welcome to the Monday service. Happy to see you. Good to see you, my darling. I hope you're doing well. So guys, if you are about to get monetized, think twice. Look through all your channel. Is there anything with a copyright issue whatsoever? If so, either make it unlisted. We are talking video per video, not the entire playlist. You have to unlist, or you have to set on private all those videos. And then you're cool. That might lose you some watch hours, but which it did with me, obviously. But it helps you to have a clean channel. Make very sure that you don't use copyrighted music. I still don't understand why some people get away with it and still got monetized. I have no idea. There are some DJs that I know, and that some of you guys also know, who only play commercial music all the time, or copyrighted music. And they got monetized in the first place, which I found interesting because I'm really not sure how they could actually get that done. But nevertheless, so guys, if you are about to get monetized, rather take a step back with a couple of, maybe even a couple hundred watch hours, in case if you have copyrighted stuff on there, set that on private or not listed, and make sure that nothing, and I mean nothing, copyrighted whatsoever is appearing in your studio as public, because that's going to break your neck. I'm talking about one experience that I did 2 weeks ago, just that you guys know. So in the end of the day, that was the reason why a week and a half I have decided to clean up my channel entirely, and that I have decided to create my own music, which I'm now starting. That is why I've decided to buy a license from Epidemic Sound. And that is why I've decided to have everything removed from my channel that was copyrighted. And I mean entirely removed. I have deleted everything. It cost me 1,100 watch hours, to be honest, but I have like 14 days left to hopefully reach them again. I'm now a little bit over 2,400. I know people are helping me with the channel. I'm also watching other people's channel frequently now. So make sure that you have that in your mind before you apply for the watch hours. Sorry, before you apply for the monetization. Have that in mind that and remember, if you get denied, you can send an appeal video, but before the appeal video, you are not allowed to delete or change anything. You're not allowed to delete anything on your channel, because otherwise they will not accept your appeal video even. Therefore, strong recommendation, clean up your channel before. I should have heard when people told me to do that. I did not. Again, lesson learned, because the second application, most likely your appeal video will then also be denied, because then you have to wait 1 month to apply again. 1 month can be a long time. So I got another 2 weeks to go to reach somehow 600 watch hours to get to the 3K again, at least for the first half of monetization. And therefore, making sure, guys, that we have the opportunity to, make very sure that everyone is on the same line. I'll put a tutorial video on that as well, so that you guys know what's going on. And then again, I cannot even complain about it, regardless why, if other people have or have not got monetized with the same background like I have, because it's simply YouTube rules, period. What else can I say? It's YouTube rules. We have to play along with them. So also, again, before you apply for monetization, do not only clean up your channel, but read the terms and conditions. You can also start that now. Read the terms of condition and conditions of the monetization process on YouTube. It is quite a lot of text to go through. Some of you might think you need a lawyer, but read the terms and conditions at all times before you apply for the monetization at YouTube. This is my strong recommendation that I can give you guys, because, yeah, of course. Yeah, well, but yeah, well, the reuse thing is another story. That's true. So that's also why I'm doing loops, but I'm trying not to use, I'm not using the same loops, but if they are too similar, they could also, they might consider it reused. Nevertheless, the point is that in the first place, I have done everything and anything to get my channel cleaned up. Yes, I use a lot of loops. Obviously, I do, to get the watch hours. Who doesn't? But if they now try to get me with that, then I don't know. I've decided actually to go for the monetization process one more time. And if that doesn't help, then I will not go for it anymore. And then I can also play my Gospel House sessions again. So I'll give it exactly one more try. That's it. Just that you guys know, I'm trying everything and work hard to get the watch hours back. I'm trying everything and work hard to get people coming and staying. Trying to work hard to make a different program where I'm visible on camera at most of the times. And yeah, having said that, I think all is said on this particular topic. So let's see what we're going to do with all these funny things. For those who have visited, or for those who have, like 3 weeks ago, seen my short when I visited Ifeanyi, the Nigerian percussionist, artist, I will see him again this week, Saturday, actually, in Landshut, which is not far from Munich. And SFX, bro, hey, listen, bro. SFX, my brother, listen. You're in Augsburg, right? Get your ass to Landshut on Saturday. Let's meet there. Let's meet in Landshut, because there's an African festival, actually, where our friend Ifeanyi is going to perform live. I'm going to be there doing video, doing some video from the market and all that stuff. Why don't we meet there and eat some African food? So get your butt to Landshut. It's wait, let me check. If you Google Africa Landshut. If you Google that, there are all informations. There's all informations also on that. So there's everything available there. Entrance is for free. It's like a 3 days market. It's a festival. There's a lot of dancing groups, singing groups, and all that stuff. And from you can buy some stuff from Africa. I don't know how long you're going to ride from Augsburg, to be honest, but there's enough parking spaces and all that. I'll be there. So and Ifeani is playing at, I believe, 3:45 in the afternoon with his drama group, and they're having a marching performance, so to speak. So a walking performance over all the festival area. And I'm going to video that so that I can have some amount on video as well on and cut that and try to edit it a little bit to have the some content also, so that people actually know what's going to happen. And that's going to be fun. So if you want to try African food, you can meet Ifeani, and you can yeah. Hello, mom. Hello, Tor. Lorna's mom. Lorna has been behaved good, so give her the pocket money. Give her the pocket money already, and Lorna can send it to me. So say hello to your mom, Lorna, from all of us here in the chat. So yeah, in the end of the day, this would be a good opportunity to me, bro. Think about it. If you want to come over. What mother is that? What mother is that, sister? What mother is that? Not giving you money. Mother Lorna, give her the money, yo. Give her the money, yo. Or otherwise, Oibo Pepe is coming. I hope your mom does not hear that now. Thank you so much for the greetings. And yeah, so guys, it will be an interesting week, and I'm not sure when I'm going to release a video, but going to work on it and going to put it properly with sound and everything, so that people are having the opportunity to have a little watch. And also, I'm going to do a separate video of that day, that you guys see what actually is going to be, what I can buy there, what I can do there, and all these funny things. I'm adding, oh no, since I was a little kid, Kanini, remember, I grew up in Nigeria for a couple of years. There's always like, I didn't do it, though. I'm innocent, though. Oh. It's always the O at the end, obviously. And this seems to be happening in all Africa. So, yeah, I got that in the first place. And, yeah, in the end of the day, those things you adapt then when you are surrounded by people from Africa all the time, then obviously, So, for instance, Anastasia blesses every morning is doing chopo, and oh no, look at that. Guys, why are you all greeting someone who is invisible? There we go again. The unholy father is blessed with the even more unholy invisible person. Never visible, never around, There's someone mysterious writing there. And the funny thing is, what I really realized, you guys, you almost roll out the red carpet, put golden leaves on a steak, and whatever, just, because some invisible cha-cha person is coming in. I cannot believe it. Why me? Oh, Jesus. Cha-cha, leave me. This is going to be a mess at all times. This is going to be a mess. Nah. Cha-cha, I'm not that cheap. I'm not that cheapo. You have to do a lot more than blessing me with your visible appearance. for your friend's thing. Come on. I'm not that cheap, I'm not that cheap. I don't know what you're taking, but it doesn't help you, darling. It doesn't help you. Uh, Jesus. No, I'm worse than him on some parts. No, 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 no. And by the way, Bosede. Hold on, hold on, hold on. This is wrong. Here's why. I'm way older than Captain, and I used to live in Africa when I was a kid. So this behavior, like abego or semi azao, and azao was new to be honest, but let's go chopo and stuff like that. When I conk your head, I would clear. I knew that since I was a little boy. Captain is from Jamaica, so he had to adopt that first, way later than I did in regards of the age. He's doing not too bad, but back to our invisible person here. So you want me to be your friend? Chacha, I tell you something. If you want to be my friend, you have to come with a lot more than just being visible, like me seeing Mother Maria somewhere in the bushes, somewhere in the shadow for a second or something like that. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. So, in the end of the day, now kiss the feet I would not recommend to Chacha, because then she will die before I can actually see her. Unless she is into very strong cheese, but that's another story. But in the end, actually, that would be a very good torture for an invisible person, because she's always invisible. So how would she even suffer? Actually, Anastasia, let me think of that idea of yours. I think it is not too bad. I think the idea is actually not too bad. No, Chacha, no. That is, that we don't do third-party things here, right? We do not do third-party things here. No. That would be too cheap, because you don't contribute anything by yourself. If I tell that to Maria, especially, and I'm just taking out my receipts now, especially what you commented to her on her channel the other day, I would have bought you a coffee, but I thought I would leave you with the old stuff or whatever you wrote there. I have to find it out. I will find it. I'll take a screenshot of that. And then I'll remind Maria. And if I remind Maria on that, I swear to God, she will cook ugali for me, no problem, but she will not do that on your behalf, darling. No. The interesting thing is, I said that on another chat recently, Charity is actually not invisible. I have seen her when I was in the States. I have seen her in a police station. There's a frame with America's 10 Most Wanted or something. She was on there in a picture frame with nothing in it, because even the feds have never seen her. So she is an invisible miracle. So wherever she is, at the end of the day, this Chacha is most likely the reason why Queen, the holy band Queen, back then wrote this song, The Invisible Man, or Invisible Man. Chacha is, you see, this Chacha, there's Chacha. So you see, there is a framework of her in the FBI office everywhere in the United States, with Canada police, wherever they are. But there's only the picture frame because there's nothing in it. She's who I call the person in disguise. Always trying to be nice, but never been seen, really, because she is like, the invisible one. You know what I'm saying? So, Chacha, on behalf of Maria, on behalf of me, thank you for the offer letting Maria cooking ugali on your behalf, but no thanks. You want to be my friend, you have to come with something else. So, nah, I think Charity has got enough money to buy that many coffees that she has to make to pay forward to Maria in the first place to apologize for that coffee comment last week. Receipts, cha-cha, receipts, you know what I mean? I'm learning from the best people. I'm telling you, learning from the best people. I'm waiting for the moment people ask if we actually have a beef. Same like with Fadessa a couple of weeks ago. And people really thought that I had a beef with Fadessa. I never forget that one. And me and Fadessa, we were both laughing our butts off on that one. Still do, actually, when I'm there in the hotel. We already jump into this role again right away. It's also fun. So, guys, no worries. Just playing around with Charity, she, or Chacha as we all call her. We're just playing around. She's actually a friendly person. She will always be the invisible one. Fair enough. But no, it's all cool. We're just cool. You guys know my sense of humor by now. And in the end of the day, those jokes, I only do this kind of roasting to people who I know can take it. So, Maria, there's Maria. Maria, do you remember? Hello, Maria, by the way. Hello, my darling. Maria, do you remember? We have our little convict here, our little crime convict. Cha-cha is back in the house. Maria, do you remember the comment that she did last week? I believe was it in my chat even Friday night? Of course it was. It was in my chat even. Oh, I'm gonna screenshot that. Maria, do you remember the comment that she put in my chat on the coffee that she was supposed to buy for you? When she wrote, she was thinking to buy your coffee, but other than that, she thought you can also stay with the old stuff. You remember that? I got that in writing, darling. I got that, at the end of I would said, and now she wants to be friends. And I said to her, there has to become a little bit more than, just like whatever. And she said, yeah, she's gonna ask Maria, you, to cook ugali for me on her behalf. And I was like, no. After the coffee comment, Maria will cook ugali for me, but not on your behalf. Talata is in the building. Hello, good evening. Happy Monday. Did I miss anyone else coming on my little bash here that I have on Chacha right now? No, guys, on a serious note, this is just a joke, obviously. If I was really having something against Chacha or anyone else, the good thing is, as a channel host, even though you all wear the blue jackets, I have the entitlement to use my holy heart boots to kick people out. So now we're all cool. Sometimes it's a so-called running gag that I do, and obviously, if I know that people can take a sense of humor without knowing also that I would never go personally or something, then I think that is okay. So Chacha, you're cool. No worries about that. You're cool. And you're welcome to stay. And Maria can still cook ugali for all of us because obviously, yeah, when she's in the kitchen, there's the Niagara Falls in my mouth. That's what it's a common saying here in Germany. When someone is cooking food and it looks so delicious that you want to eat right away, and the liquids in your mouth are getting full. We call it so Maria is cooking, and I got the Niagara Falls in my mouth coming up and down. That's how we call it here. Yeah. And I can say it is like a good thing to have that, and having the good opportunity to see other people cooking in their home, even though they're far away. And that is the beauty of these institutions. Like, of course, I would eat ugali anytime, especially when there is some beans included and milk as a dessert. Not a problem. Hottie milk is good. Hottie milk is always good. But yeah, of course I would eat ugali. But that is what I think really is the beauty of institutions and platforms like YouTube and all these other streaming things, that you actually are with people in their place at any time, um, and stuff like that, and having the opportunity to visit your people's home. If it is videos, for instance, Agatha does great videos of her environment, and she recently didn't get hunted by an elephant, but she was riding a horse for the first time ever in her life. And of course I would, Maria. Of course I would. No, but guys, my strong advice is go to Agatha Chow's channel, watch her videos. They are not too long. And Agatha, I'm going to go to yours right after this. So watch her videos, because you see beautiful environments, not only the beach, also little villages, little towns, what's going on here with where some tourists are maybe here and there. How does it look like when I ride a horse the first time? She does those things also very spontaneously, and it is really cool watching her doing that. Also, obviously on the live streams, and also, yeah. So definitely worth watching it. So my strong advice. And if you're hungry, well, you have to stay up a little longer, because Maria, as we all know, is not in our holy time zone. She's somewhere else in the West. Being up when we go to sleep and stuff like that. And but she does phenomenal live sessions. First of all, very funny, and but then also you can also look at you can also look at her cooking skills, and she does not only cook ugali, guys. She does a lot more than that, and also shows around her neighborhood and stuff. So not necessarily during the live sessions, but also videos like that is also there. And therefore, guys, watch each other's videos and enjoy. For instance, Lauren Pensy, also better known than Nate Chovy, she does a lot of great videos from over there where she's at the moment. So that might give you a very good insight also in a total different part of the world, where it is a total different story, how to live, how to behave, and all these things comparing to our Western world. So maybe you consider that as well. Not only watch the videos, but also go to the live sessions and ask questions. Ask questions. Sometimes things are getting a little bit out of control, but in the end of the name, yeah, Maria is serving people beans when they can't sleep, so that alternative breathing next morning is guaranteed, as a matter of fact. So it is indeed some earthquakes coming from the States over to the holy European world, and then we all know what's actually going on. Bear with me 1 second. Let's switch this off. So yeah, just so that you guys know, if alternative breathings are coming from the west towards the east, Maria was cooking successfully. Just saying. The Richter scale gave quite some experiences on that in regards of the the earthquake stuff. So just that you guys know. And by the way, I've watched some recently some very good cooking videos as well, and I really got to say it always inspires me to try that out as well, because some of the recipes that I see, I wouldn't say look easy, but they look doable. Obviously, when you do it the first time, then you can still look around and stuff like that, and see what's going on. But anyway, oh, by the way, talking about new things, there will be one thing new on my channel starting this week, Thursday. As you guys know, I always do my Thursday talk session as well, same time like Mondays. But from now on, after the first half hour, every Thursday, I'll open my channel and my StreamYard for anyone who wants to join. So anyone who wants to join, have a chat with me, like we tried this spontaneously on Friday with Ikigai Trevor who is from the US but living in Japan. Goga joined. Whoever and actually Agatha was joining spontaneously like a little over a week ago. So if you guys want to join that conversation, talking about whatever. So Thursday there is no topic related. So if you guys want to join, happy to do so. Happy to let you guys, be part, and happy to let you up here so that we can discuss whatever you think. There is no topic given in the first place. And in case you want to come up and, for instance, Talata, if you want to tell about the story of your, the next upgrades on your house, or if Miri wants to tell us what's going on in her school, if you guys wanted to talk life topics, friendship topics, Lorna, my darling, if you want to talk about life in Uganda, because I know we don't have too many people from Uganda in our community. If Pensi wants to come up here and talk about life in Saudi Arabia, if God SFX wants to come up here and talk about life in Augsburg, those kind of things, happy to talk about that. And well, Lorna, I mean, sorry, this was not a joke. So in case you want to come up here and have a chat or something, talk to us, talk with me to the others, feel free to let me know. I'll pop you up there, and you just I'll put the link here, and then obviously, were they easy to wet or easy to eat? Oh, okay. I was just for a second. What? They're easy to wet? Okay, my mistake. Sorry for that. But guys, if you want to do that, oh, by the way, Maria, on Thursday, it is morning time, your time most likely, or lunchtime. So I'm now in hour 3, by the way. So it might be your lunchtime already. If you want to come up here and discuss what you're going to plan to cook for the week or something like that, happy to do so. And also, I think, since I have been blessed with a couple of people watching me on Fridays after a certain event is ending, I'd be super happy to, be live also after that. So, Maria, you're everything but shy. I'm just saying. I will not point out certain incidences on certain live streams that had certain things included. I mean, included in the best meaning of the word. I'm not going into that at all. Oh, by the way, Chacha is not here anymore, as I see. Chacha has been hiding in the bushes again, and she has been now kind of revealed as the invisible one. So now she's hiding in the bushes in the first place. Yeah. Yeah. That's your twin. Obviously, it's your twin. Of course. Of course. Let's have mercy over my soul, if I would believe that. Not. Guys, I tell you something. By looking around all these people in here who are coming here tonight or spending the afternoon, I really have to say that each and every one of you has a unique sense of humor or humanity that really touches me big time. Each and every one of you. There's no exception on that whatsoever. Everyone has a certain kind of personality that really touches me, that I really like, that really makes me happy when I'm surrounded by you guys people. I'm just saying. And that is also why it is always a pleasure having you around or visiting your houses, reading comments on my little things that I do, having the opportunity to, just being around you guys, which really is like a big pleasure in the first place. Makes my day every day. Something I look forward to always when I'm at work, to go back to my addiction place called YouTube. So On the other hand, it is also a blessing to know that some people are thinking of me here and there, and that it is indeed, I don't take that for granted at all. Um, because actually, I have one disadvantage to most of you guys, that nobody asked me for the size of my boobs. So, which usually I've realized is the reason why they stay. So, yeah, that's it. I have this big disadvantage. Nobody ever asked me for the size of my boobs. And at the end of the day, nobody ever no, no, no. Here's the thing, Maria. Nobody believes in that at all. Nobody believes that you are shy because you're actually not. No, I cannot give you 360. I'm too lazy for that. I can only do a 359.72, but I forgot my measurement thing. No, nobody believes that you're shy, and you don't have to be shy because in the end of the day, you have a great personality. When you go on stream, people love you, and the trolls we kick out anyway. So don't worry about that. But all the people who you're surrounded with, all the people who come to see you regularly, they love you. There's a reason for that. No, Mpenzi is not innocent. For sure not. I come to that in a bit. No, but Maria, hey, listen, people are happy when they see you, and I see you also reacting when certain people come to your chat on your stream and all that stuff. And in the end of the day, Pensy and unfiltered. Okay, now let me start the stage roasting again. If you two were innocent, then why? Then why on stock exchange in Wall Street, cucumbers are even more worth than any tech company in the world at these days? Now you tell me a good answer for that, and then I might consider this innocent thing again. I'm just saying, stock market this morning, and I'm reading Wall Street Journal every single morning for wake up. Stock exchange market says cucumbers #1 to be bought on stock exchange. No tech company, no SAP, no Google, no Apple, no whatever tech company, nope, cucumbers. Second, sour cream. Those are the two top stocks at the moment. I wonder why that is. By the way, third is bananas. Got pictures in my head already. People running to the Wall Street tomorrow and buying banana, cucumbers, and sour cream stocks like there's no tomorrow. Well, if you are allergic to baby oil, happy pain day. Let's go back to the Bible talk. Let's go back to Bible talk just in case, because otherwise I think this might get a little bit out of control. And this is, what time is it now? It's not even 9:30 here. It's not even 9:30. So yep. I'm trying to keep those words as family friendly as I possibly can, Maria. So sometimes my face expressions is the thinking pose. You know what I mean? It's the thinking pose where you have to consider really good. How do I phrase that so that it can still be kind of family friendly, even though it's obvious what it's meant, what has been meant, right? Totally Lorna was totally social with Lorna, my darling. As far as I see, I have 14 people watching. So I got 14 babies here taken care of. Lord have mercy over myself. I cannot believe what I just said. No, I'm just kidding around. But well, sometimes YouTubers are like little babies. Not mentioning any names. But we all know them. We all know them. We all know them. So nope, Anastasia, I can swear to God she's not. So on the other hand, it would so be boring if everyone all of a sudden was innocent. No. No, don't be. Our little Talata here, for instance. Our little Talata. Let me tell you something about Talata. She hasn't been blessing me with her appearance for a while. So now it's the unholy, it's the, no, it's not hallelujah, baby. Let me tell you something about Talata. When I met Talata the first time, that's like a couple of months ago now, I was on her channel. We visited on Goga's place. I was on her channel. I said hello. She came to my channel. She said hello. At that time, when she came to my channel, I had to put a strike for every minute that she came in and out. Now I'm putting a strike every 3 weeks. However, she was always doing, oh yeah, I'm a teacher and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And, I'm helping kids to be educated and all that stuff. One day, I was on her channel and I saw her, how she reacted when a certain person came into the chat that was not me. It was a gentleman called Kappas. Now, as it turned out, since she knows Kappas, she has returned from the very unholy, innocent nun to one of the most sinful, non-well-behaving, sinning ladies that I ever saw on YouTube. Whenever Kappas is around, there's water on the floor. Whenever Kappas is coming and saying he is flying to Nairobi next, all of a sudden, Talata is cleaning up her house, doing the red carpet thing, and, calling the airport to give a landing space just for Kappas and all that stuff. Dark stories, dark secrets. Dark secrets. Talata. How have you been, my darling? Good to have you back in the house. And good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. And hope that your project is going well and growing well. That is the most important thing. And that it didn't ruin your nerves yet. So that you can actually enjoy that place one day. And remember, alternative breathing room, all 4 walls, my name, right? I can even send you the handwriting and stuff like that so that you can just tattoo it on the walls. And yeah. So actually, where's Kappas? I haven't roasted Kappas in a while. So I hope he will turn up so that we can have some fun on him, since some of you guys have already been blessed with my roastings tonight already. So happy to get to him again. So yeah. Interestingly, by the way, for those who came a little later tonight, let me give you a funny piece of advice. Bossade was live on Saturday when she was actually in her school because the kids were writing exams. So go to her channel, visit the video. You can see her school and everything. She showed a little bit around the school. But if you go to minute 43 of that particular video, let me actually go find the video to pin it here, because then you guys know what's going on. Let me see. Bear with me 1 second. I'll get that video for you guys so that I can actually pin it here. So interestingly, Bozede was Bozede Joseph. There she is. Bozede was on live on Saturday. And Bozede was on, where is it? Let me see. Bozede Joseph. Guys, by the way, strong piece of advice. If you go live, try to create a thumbnail so if you put the live a couple of days in advance, so that people know. So where is live? Live. Last day of June, last day of the month. Features that moves. Here you go. So if you take this video, or say this video, there you go. I got to pin this one so that people can see it. So if you go to that video from Saturday, and I was there quite some time actually, it was really funny. So Bozede in the school environment. The video is like how long is it? It's like altogether like a little over 2.5 hours. Go to minute 43. Go to minute 43, exactly minute 43, and see what the little boy is doing there. While Bozede, as serious that she takes her job, actually brings the papers of the exams to some office, and kids were taking advantage on doing some pseudo hip hop rap thing, whatever dance on her video thing. So interestingly, so little boy came and dancing on her well, he was dancing on the stairs. Wait a second, let me show you the sequence so that you guys don't have to. Bozede, see your own video now. Bear with me 1 second. I'll do that right away. Share screen. Spending my Saturday in school is the name of the video. So here is, whoops, there you go. So guys, I hope you're ready. Bozede, I hope you are ready, because this is your footage actually. So let's have a look. This is minute 43. So this was not the dancer who you accused. And so you must come every second. You just pass by one way. So that is the video of Bozede in of the video thing. So there's one little boy checking out what's going on. Look at that. They're all posing. On, teaching up there. Kids taking over the control. Look at that. Another hip hop guy, but he just came, back and forth very quickly. But let me see if I can go a little bit forward. There you go. I'll just go back. There you go. Whoops. There's the little rapper. There's the little boy. So, now either, Bozede, you're going to give him an extra. There's the other one. That's the other one. Okay, that's the other one. Wait a second. There we go. That's the other one. That's the one. That's the little boy that I'm talking about. Wait a second. Yeah, okay, we saw you. Go. Muévete. Move your little butt away. Come on. You're not ready yet for your Vaseline. Go. Let me put this completely. So that's the little boy. There you go. They all get insane. They see a camera, you see? Little Michael Jackson is reborn. Little Michael Jackson was reborn. And so that was exactly at minute 43 something. Yeah. So, what I want to say is it was really fun watching that. Although I can say the kids behaved. Nobody touched the phone. But Bozede, now you see Nothing has changed in one thing. When the teacher turns the back to the class is getting insane. The class is getting totally insane. Say hello to Kelvin then from the Uibo Pepe. Now, as you see, they have all behaved well, but you see, teacher not there, class going insane. Yeah, he is now famous indeed. And yeah, it was fun. I mean, come on. They're all innocent kids. They didn't do anything wrong. But obviously, when teacher came back, means when Bozadeh came back to the camera after delivering a huge staple of paper of exams to the office of the director or the teachers or something, it was really funny when I told her, like in the old days, teacher, 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 I know something. Someone did something. Someone did something. You know what I mean? We all did that in the past. Come on, it was really fun, and it was really funny to see then when Bozadeh came back, they all behaved well, but they even behaved better when the teacher was around again, and that was really fun, guys. If you want to see the school of Bozadeh, you can see it on that very video, on that very live stream from Saturday. And if you are happy to see a bit more of what Bozadeh is actually doing, so as a teacher in Teacher's Life, that would be really cool if you guys are also going to watch that. So, and if you guys have anything you want to talk to me about, again, Thursday is your chance. Open microphone. I'll pin the link up there. And then from after the first half hour, if there's any news or something, then you get some updates and some news and stories. And in case, if you want to know about what's going on and all that stuff, and after that, I'll open the microphone. So whoever wants to come up and talk about something, happy to have you here on the stage together with me. We can do a spontaneous little one-on-one, obviously, with the others as spectators. Friday, we did that with Ikigai Trevor from Japan, originally from the US, but living in Japan now for a while. We had Goga up here, and we had Agatha up here a little over a week. And if you guys ever want to come up here, StreamYard link will be open. All you have to do is to join. That's it. Happy to do so, and happy to have a chat with you guys. Next week Tuesday, actually, not this week, but next week Tuesday, I will have the very pleasure to have a relatively long conversation with All Africa with Oma. We are going to talk about differences, lifestyle and stuff, Nigeria versus Germany. So really looking forward to do that. I had to postpone that for a week because I really had like 10,000 things to do at work and was not really able to prepare anything for that in advance. So looking forward to do that session with her. I had the pleasure watching her doing a session together with Bozadeh a couple of weeks ago. That was really interesting indeed. And actually, they were discussing a topic. They were also reading the chat, but they were also discussing a topic. And the good thing is, the live stream on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'm going to play live at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Yeah. Do a live set there, like for a little over an hour. And if you have something on Wednesday, let me know. And we can get some people over to you after this. No problem. So yeah, that will be Wednesday. I'll play live like a house session thing. And on Thursday, I'm going to do talk live. Friday, I will have most likely a video release. On Saturday, I'll not be online because I'm going to be in Landshut to the Africa. By the way, Marcus, hey, to you as well. I don't know if you work on Saturday afternoon, but if you have no plans, I already set that to SFX. I'll be in Landshut on the Africa Days in Landshut on Saturday, this Saturday, coming Saturday. Ifiani is going to play there. Ifiani Cole, the guy who is on my channel here and there and on Goga's channel as well, he's going to perform there live. And if you want to come, if you guys want to come, you're both from the same area, drive and commute or something. There's African food. You can buy African things. There's African music, dancers, and all that stuff. Why don't we just meet up there? We can support Ifiani doing his performance, and we guys can have a drink together. Well, obviously, since I'm driving, no alcohol, but or trying some African snacks and food and stuff like that. That would be awesome. In case, Lorna, thank you so much for coming, and hope to catch you in your house again sometime soon. Wishing you a good night, and thank you for coming. Appreciating it. And so in case if you guys wanna join that, well then, you even have a free sleepover. So in case you want to join over there, we can meet, have a chat and stuff like that. It's not too far for all of us. So therefore, in the end of the day, think about it if it is worth your time. In case if you don't have to work. So Ifianico is starting at 3:45 p.m. as far as I understand, and yeah. So just think about it. So I'll be there definitely. Take a lot of videos, creating content, maybe also doing a little live snippet thing from the performance of Ifianico, and creating some videos and stuff like that from what to buy, what was there to buy, and all that things. So just that you guys know that we have this sorted out, and yeah. But in case if I'll send you my number later, and if you guys maybe want to drive together, for the environment and all that stuff, I'll be there. I'll be most likely being there like at 12, 11 or 12 or something. And it is, wait a second, you have to Google African Target. There you go. That's what you got to Google. But I believe there's no problem with parking space or stuff like that. So we can also, we can all shoot content there. We can see wonderful things there. As far as I learned, the thing is that but I don't know the exact location, what it's called. I'm not too familiar with Landshut, to be honest. But in case, guys, if whoever is near, let's meet. Let's have some fun. Let's do some real life. Oh, Mr. Oh. Who is that? I cannot believe that. Mr. LJ is in the house. Hello, my friend. It's been a minute. How are you doing, my bro? Wow. Have you behaved well, or do I have to tell Mina that you are here? Good to see you, man. Welcome. Happy Monday, my friend. Happy Monday. And no, but anyway, I'm not. So again, Marcus, I'm not too familiar with Landshut. I've been there twice or three times, briefly only, and not even in Landshut, but more in the suburbs, visiting some friend. But for those who are near Munich or not too far from Landshut, let's meet. So I'll be most likely there between 11 and 12-ish, taking videos, maybe buying some things, and then take the live session and maybe take some more videos later, and then have something to create content with and cut around and edit around a little bit with LJ. Bro, you have to be really careful what you put in writing. There's something called screenshot. And I will do, Marcus. I will do. Bro, LJ, there's something called screenshot. Screenshot. So, Lord have mercy over myself. If I said that, no, I will not. Don't worry. Here you save, bro. Here you save. What? This is fun. This is fun. Holy moly, all this evidence, all these receipts, priceless. priceless. And considering the fact that I all learned about receipts on this very YouTube community, about receipts and living in the bushes and being in the streets, and what else was it? Receipts, bushes, streets, the ninjas, and all these funny things. Oh my goodness. I had no idea what all that was. And I felt so stupid when I had to ask all these people who had the knowledge, obviously. I was like, I know it is, but I was like, what is a ninja? What is this? What in the Lord's name are these crazy people talking about? I was about to call the guys with the straight jackets, but that is, in the end of the day, it is how it is. And if I consider the fact that now it is so funny using that jargon, and I think I told it on Friday. Yeah, I had a meeting a while ago. I mean, real-time meeting in the office. And, we were talking something, and something didn't go the right way. Nothing big, but I was like, okay, I'll take the receipts in the office. That has nothing to do with YouTube. So I just said, yeah, whatever. Topic discussing back and forth, and said, okay. So now I got the receipts. People were looking at me like, you got what? What do you mean with receipts? I said, nothing. I was just thinking loud. And that was the moment when I realized that I really have to mentally plug off YouTube when I go to work. Because otherwise, people might think, okay, this guy is now totally insane. It is how it is. What can we do? Anyway, guys, it is Monday. That means tomorrow, surprisingly, is Tuesday. That means even more that the week has just started. And that means that tomorrow I got to go to work. Which then means I have to be ready to go to work. So today, what we're going to do, I'm not going to raid. I'm going to raid, but what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to raid to anyone live's session. But what I'm going to do is instead, because she has been here all the time with us. Oh no, doesn't work. Jeez, that is too sad. So let me see. Okay, changing plans. So guys, before I slowly starting to add the raid, let me just put this on the top chat here. Guys, do me a favor and please watch Agatha's new video. Please be so nice and watch Agatha's new video. She has just premiered it an hour ago. And I would highly appreciate if you guys please would be nice enough to watch it. And I'm going to actually take this away now, because otherwise people are getting confused. So I would really appreciate if you guys would watch this video so that Agatha also gets the attention that she's supposed to have, because obviously a lot of people did not watch her video because you were kind enough to stay here. But please be so nice, watch Agatha's video and say hello and leave a nice comment. Agatha does great videos from her area, from her surroundings, where she lives, and gives us wonderful insights there. So please be so nice and watch the video, but watch it to the full. It's not too long, but there's always very nice, interesting things to see from the area, and therefore it would be highly appreciated if you guys would watch it, so that there's also appreciation for her. And I think that is the least that we can do. So other than that, let me see if there's anyone who is live in regards of live. I mean live, who I have not been rating before. Has anyone got an idea? Of course, all I see here Okay, there's one person, but I never had any contact with her in the past. Actually, yes, I know what we're gonna do. I know who we're gonna raid. I know who we're gonna raid. Okay. Goga has done it once, and that person is he has okay. Guys, we're gonna visit, and I would all like you to ask you to kindly stay. We're all gonna visit our good friend from South Africa, Natural Vibes with TK, because what I see, he only has one visitor. We all know how the struggle goes. We all know how the thing is with getting the watch hours, getting the attention, and all these things. And I would highly appreciate the love that you showed to me tonight, that you also show some love to him. And that would be awesome if you did that. That would be really great. I would really highly appreciate that. So that we can give him a smile on the face. And we all know how the suffer is, and we all know how hard it is to get in any attention whatsoever, especially when you're in the beginning. The guy is with one. I would like to leave one final thought. I've learned a couple of things in the last 3 to 5 days. A wise person who we all know said to me, find out relatively soon who your real friends are. Lesson learned the hard way. Also, the same wise person said to me, those people who stick with you now will also stick with you later once you have gone through the suffer, in regards of, getting away the watch hours and all that stuff, which is true, which has been noticed. And also what I've learned, sending super chats is not a guarantee of whatsoever real friendships. So lesson learned a couple of times, but what I've also learned is, due to not only Agatha, I've mentioned her today, obviously, due to a reason, but also what I've learned is that it is humanity and real friendship still exist also on YouTube. So let's all try to filter out those who will not necessarily be nice in the long term, but rather harmful. And let's keep them in who actually like us because of who we are, regardless of watch hours, regardless of super chats, regardless of whatever content. I mean, from person to person. Let's try to keep this community not only friendly, but let's try to be friends, and I mean real friends. And with that, I would like to thank you very much for your attention today, which I highly appreciate to the highest. And I don't take it for granted that you guys have been spending your very precious time with me. I know you could have done something totally different, or you could have done something whatever, or went to someone, whoever channel. I appreciate that you came to me and that you were kind enough to stay. Nevertheless, let's bless someone with our very appearance, and that will be now Natural Vibes with TK. Thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate that. Wishing you all a blessed rest of the Monday. We see you again soon. Wishing you all the best. Good night. Bye-bye.